Welcome to the Daily Fox Fuel, where we train kingdom-minded creatives, leaders, and builders to become highly skilled craftsmen. Each episode is your spark of strategy, scripture, and straight-up truth to help you walk out your calling with excellence. Now let's get to work. Yo, what's up, Foxes? Hey, I am feeling it today. Had a great lift at the gym, started a new training series, and I'm ready. I am ready to bring the heat in today's fuel. So I hope that you are ready too. And speaking of, I hope that you just start before you're ready. That's what we're going to hit on today. There is this beauty in understanding the timing, right, of when things should be launched. Now, I am one who, for most of my life, spent so much energy trying to make sure things were perfect before we launched it. And fact is, if you wait until you're ready, you probably waited way too late in the game. You probably missed the mark completely. And I'm learning more and more as I've owned different businesses and coached different clients and helped different people just even coach in life about starting the thing that's on their mind and on their heart. I've found that waiting until you're ready is truly just another form of procrastination. Many times, I think we tell ourselves that we just need to wait. We just need to wait until we're ready. When really we're just delaying the thing that we've been called to do. We're delaying the thing that we know we should be doing. Now, there's wisdom, obviously, in certain areas, but I'll be honest, I think, especially in Christian culture, we tend to utilize this as an excuse to just wait. Well, I'm just waiting. Waiting on what? You're waiting for the right opportunity is probably what you're waiting for. And there's some depth that we could go into in another day about this. But I think most of the time we're just scared. I would much rather people just own up and say, I'm just scared. I'm just nervous. I'm afraid of what people are going to think. I'm afraid of the clapbacks. I'm just afraid, or I don't even know how to take the next step. I'm stuck. Instead, we use oftentimes, really sadly, God as an excuse to say we're waiting on something versus just, no, you're probably just a little afraid to do it. You're probably just a little overwhelmed to do it. You may not have the time to do it right now. You're not prioritizing it. That's okay. Just own up to that. But I'm also going to encourage you to just start. Start before I have a friend who's starting a business right now. I'm kind of coaching him on some things and walking him through just his different marketing plans. And he's just so caught up in like, well, what is the post going to be? What is the first thing that I do going to be? And it's like, you're just focused on just start, just go. What matters is clients. What matters is people getting saved. What matters is the thing that you are called to do moving forward in momentum. So stop waiting because you're probably just procrastinating. And growth does not come from a perfect condition. It comes from courage in the imperfect ones. I think of this morning in the gym. I'm starting a new training series, so I'm going up in weight. I'm adding some reps. And I don't really, it sucks. But the perfect condition is not at 4:30 in the morning, I'll tell you that. But I'm pushing and I'm starting and I'm going. Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, says, if you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. Just get it out there. There's an incredible book called Ready, Fire, Aim, where the whole context about it is ready yourself, fire, and then realign. Sometimes you just got to get it out there, and then you got to realign, see how the market responds to it, see how the person responds to it, see what happens, and realign from there. Ecclesiastes 11:4, this is one of my favorite verses because it just is so convicting to me on the light of actually taking movement. But it says, whoever watches the wind will not plant. There it is. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. You just stare at things all day long. You're not going to move. You're not going to reap anything from that. You got to move, take action, do the thing that you have been talking about doing for so long. Move on it. So my challenge to you today, this week, what have you been stalling on? All because you just don't feel ready. It's hitting you right now as I'm asking that question. You're like, ooh, yep, that's the thing. That's the thing. Well, I got to wait for the perfect conditions. I got to wait until I have the right setup. I've got to wait until I have the right thing. You don't. You don't have to wait for that. What have you been stalling on because you don't feel ready? Meditate on that. Pray on that. Ask God to reveal it to you if you don't feel like it's coming to you immediately. And I want you to take a step today. Even if it's messy, even if it's not perfect, what's the step you need to take? What's the one thing you need to start today? Hey crew, before you jet, make sure you share this episode with a friend and leave us a rating. Thanks for tuning in today. And remember, stay foxy.